Anarchist cyberpunk is a term that should be easy to understand. The rejection of authority is paramount to the cyberpunk identity, of course. Fuck the man and everyone who works for them. Government is flawed, society is rotten, rock and roll and die smiling and all that jazz. Karmapunks bills itself as an anarchist cyberpunk that I found on itch.io dumpster diving extravaganza. It's currently in the version 0.2 and hasn't been updated in a few months, so let's just take it as it is right now. And to do that, we need to understand the setting. Alright, so in the 2010s, magic returned to the world. Stop, it's not Shadowrun, it's Shadowrun but worse. Moving on, effectively magic Native American terrorists blow up Washington, D.C. The magical Native Americans are supported by the American Indian Movement, Earth First, the Black Panther Party, the Alaskan and Hawaiian sovereignty movements, and of course the regional separatist movements. Then Donald Trump, the far-right populist candidate, won in 2016 and tried to stop them. Then won again in 2020 and then was assassinated by a shaman in 2022. From there, more native people across the world began developing superpowers and mega COVID then happened. Then America blew up in the 2030s with the division looking kind of like a shitty Hearts of Iron 4 mod made on coke. But don't worry, everyone is also super dead due to the resource world, but we also went to space. Also, ISIS has magic powers as well. Now, you are one of the anarchist punks trying to karmically balance yourselves. Yeah, lore's a bit wonky in a flat text dump kind of way that makes me either think it was a shitpost or completely serious, both of which are sad and funny at the same time. The game itself is a d6 dice pool with successes on 5s and 6s. You're always trying to either get a very specific target number or trying to beat another person's roll in an opposed check. After that, we'll need to make our very own Karmapunk, so let's make John Cyberpunk. Each character will have their BDSM, body, dexterity, smarts, and moxie, placing a 7, 6, 5, and 4 d6 in each of them. Then you do some of your derived stats. Health is always really low, your stealth roll is there as well as your resistance roll. But one of the most important things is bioenergy, which is a very fancy way of saying magic cyber juice. This is the pool you'll end up rolling, which you'll quickly realize that your body score is one of the most important ones you can have for a lot of these derived attributes. Then you're going to invest to your skills with 7 points. These are divided into regular people skills like athletics, guns, occult, sorcery, and bad motherfucker, but also special skills such as bulletproof heart for extra health and damage negation, or the wire to go to Baltimore and go fast. Better lucky than good, which lets you re-roll dice, and so on and so on. These are completely different mechanics at the end of the day, but we're just getting started. Now we have the oh god damn it, flashbang, ow my eyes! Now we have starting augs that physically assault you in a green on yellow background. You can't get many augmentations, but the more you get, the fewer spells you end up with. Most require bioenergy to actually trigger, similar to spells now that I actually think about it. And if you are a shaman, which you should be, you get a totem, because woohoo, we're Shadowrun shamans now. Spend your starting money and bingo bango, you are a real Karmapunk, even though you start with way too much money, especially when the game wants you to live in the anarchist collective. And, well, you can also get a house with an auto chef. Oh god. Ignoring the dread, most of the game plays itself from there. Go out, do things, make rolls to figure things out that you are an anarchist over everything, and then pay rent. Combat is fairly simple. Melee has both sides making a melee attack roll with retaliatory damage on the loser, while ranged combat has you just attack their dexterity stat in any cover they may be in. There is technically a death spiral, but the amount you need to take is so low, and it's pretty much get tagged, get fragged kind of situation with no map to work with. You're either playing by war game rules or kind of improvising. There are various hacking subsystems, of course, but it uses the core system to score hits to complete the objective. That's it, really. There's nothing special to talk about with this game, really. It's a game that exists, and it will most likely never leave 0.2, because why would it ever need to? Because that's the nature of itch.io. Release as much as possible, as fast as possible, and kind of just forget it. It's the nature of the beast. It's discount Shadowrun at the end of the day. My name is Notepad, and this was Karmapunks. If you like what I do here, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And many thanks to the Aleph Directors Board for their continued financial contributions. Godspeed and good luck. Now, thinking about it a bit, I do have my own budget Shadowrun ripoff as well, though it does need some pretty extensive work. I was debating on changing the system up quite a bit for it though, Anthrodesis Dissonance being more of a gate by way of Stalker and Shadowrun, though I could probably do some retrofitting on it to make it work even better. Initial ideas are changing the system to the 12v4, which is nice and reliable, but it doesn't do everything I want it to do well. Another option would be fixing the D6 dice pool system it already has, warts and all, though warts and all are quite a few and require a surgical knife to get through. I'll ponder it some more. Maybe that'll be some good fodder for a thunk. Notepad ponders how to fix his old game. Alright, let's continue with the outro.
We'll never fade away.